What is woke and why is it important? Let's start with the definition. It means awake, like you are aware of the discrimination around you. This is kind of a sensitive topic, and it is impossible to accurately define this word woke. It is hard because hardly anyone tells what it means, they just use it pretending like it is obvious what that means. This, of course, means that most of the people use it wrong. What I mean by that? How can someone use a word wrongly? Usually, you speak to let others understand you. So some people use this word to alienate people and divert the attention to an imaginary group of people. This is kind of an obvious manipulation, but why does it work? It works because everyone will associate the word woke with all the bad things which the manipulator wants people to believe. It is the same as with nationalism. You can use an imaginary enemy to stimulate strong emotions, and this emotion will strengthen the connection between the followers. In my opinion, this is kind of a philosophy. What I mean by that is that you give the same amount of weight of each problem that comes up. For example, you build a school. You have to make accessible for limited mobility people. They make 5% of the kids. The majority won't use the ramps and the lifts, but you have to build it anyway. So you have the 5% of the people in mind if you want to be accessible for them. If you would make a voting system for this and each people only vote for their own benefit, then it wouldn't be built. So, it isn't hard to see why it is against democracy. In one hand, the problem with democracy is that if everyone votes for their own benefit, then every minority will suffer. So you want woke people to vote thinking of others. Then, what is the problem with it? First, it is easily exploitable. If you want some help for your own sake, you present yourself as the minority. Second, no one's brain is good enough to see every possible problem each decision will cause. Third, a lot of people will see the accessibility as advantage. Fourth, lack of understanding of the counter-arguments. Fifth, the strong manipulators are against it. Sixth, it isn't cheap. If you want to make everything accessible for everyone and not offend anyone, it will cost you a lot. Usually, when you make a product, you don't want to pleasure every person. It costs a lot and you can't get it back if there isn't enough people. Summary. It is used for manipulation mostly. I defined it as an idea where every problem has the same weight. It is useful because without democracy has a big flaw, so the minority will be oppressed. It is exploitable, it is impossible to fully understand every side, and it costs a lot to help the minorities. Okay, now that we talk about why is it bad and why this is good, what should be the solution? I mean, it sounds cool when I thought, we could just weight each problem differently. It sounds cool until you realize no one has the same values for each problem. Society is too big for that. Now that I wrote this, I thought maybe it's the best humankind could come up with. I mean, we have to behave as an angry soup with different opinions smashing into each other. At least that's the case now, and I think this haven't changed throughout history.